Yo, what's up, guys? It is Anastasia again. Welcome to episode 6 of the Evolve with Anastasia talk show. I'm happy to be back, and I've got Mr. Jack Roberts chatting to him today. First of all, hit the subscribe button to make sure that you don't miss out on any notifications of my future videos coming up. And yeah, Jack, thank you so much for joining me to do this interview. I really appreciate your time.
No problem at all, Anastasia. Thank you for having me.
Cool, man. So let's jump into the first question. Tell us a bit about yourself. Who is Jack Roberts?
Jack Roberts is someone that my mother knows. Everyone calls me Woody. When people call me Jack, I'm like,
okay, Woody. Okay.
Like this, Jack. Who's this Jack you speak of?
Okay.
So yeah,
Woody. Okay.
People call me Woody. Yeah. As you can tell from, I think I've got quite a strong accent. I'm from Manchester in the UK.
Okay.
And where do you want me to start? From the beginning, or?
Oh, where does Woody come from? Tell us about that. Where does this nickname come from?
Okay, so yeah, that does bring me to the start. So I was Jack for 16 years,
okay.
All the way through school. Didn't do very well at school. I actually wrote a post the other day about how well I did at school. My school results spell out fudge. So I got 2 C's, 4 D's, an F, a G, an E, and a U. So
the whole alphabet.
Yeah, so which actually quite represents, if you put them together, how well I did at school. I completely fudged school up, right? So yeah, I was in school in the UK, Manchester, like I said. Left school, like I just said, with terrible results, spent far too much time messing around. What do I do now? Okay, so I think the only logical thing as a 16-year-old, do I go to college? Nope, I'm not very good at school. So I joined the military.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, at the time, what a great idea. Okay, 16 years old, they're going to pay me £700 a month. Wow, this is amazing. They're going to give me a gun. Wow, this is amazing. It turned out I'd spent far too much time on my computer games. And it turns out it's nothing like that in real life. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, I spent 4 years in the military and I did 2 tours of Afghanistan. And to be honest, on this call, this is a bit of an icebreaker for me. I've never really spoken to many people about this at all. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to come on today, just to confirm with myself that I'm actually over my past, basically. I know everybody's got a past. I'm not looking for a sub story here, do you know what I mean? But everybody's got a past. But the post I told you about is where I kind of told people for the first time that after 9 years, I'm 28 years old now. I left when I was 19, something like that. Yeah, but anyway, this is the first time, or the first time was yesterday, that I actually admitted to myself and then got the courage to say that I struggled mentally for a long time. And I think that was a big breakthrough for me. And like I said, this only happened yesterday. I'm shaking talking about it. So yeah, that's a bit of my backstory. And I've always known there was an underlying problem there, and I needed a way to fix that and something to focus on. Okay, so the thing I focused on when I first got out after my 4 years, I spent about 4 or 5 years going down completely the wrong path. Okay. Drink, drugs, fighting, not a good downward spiral to be stuck in there. So after that, I decided, after a long time and a bit of guidance from other people saying, okay, you're going a bit crazy now, this is not good for you. People offer counselling left, right and centre. Nope, don't want it. I'm going to solve this myself. So I booked a plane. I started to travel. I've been travelling for 5 years now. Yeah. Traveling
really changes a person. And if, like, for you that you're saying that it took you to go and travel to get over those kind of things. So it just amazes me, because I know what travel did to me as a person. But to hear your story and you kind of like finding your solution or pathway through traveling. It's absolutely amazing, because traveling, once you start to travel, it's like this whole new world, this whole new universe is opened up to you. And it's not always easy when you travel. Like, you grow up very quickly when you travel, but I will never be the same again, and I will never not travel ever in my life again, because even now, when we were in lockdown and stuff, it was so hard for me to just be in one place for so long. And I think with us having online businesses, it's perfect for us, because eventually we'll be able to travel all the time and still earn an income online. And I think that's like the perfect life for us.
Exactly, mate, exactly. And I think that's, like you mentioned, once you start traveling, you get the bug, right? And you can't stop. Okay. And I'll go back to what I was saying before. So traveling, and this rolls on to the online business side. Traveling did in a way, like you said, like, I changed as a person. I was surrounded by different people, which gave me a better mindset. And that was step one, basically. But I still carried on drinking, partying a lot. I was in holiday mode, you know. And now, like I said, 5 years, I started in Australia, did 2 years in Australia, pretty much all of Southeast Asia, some of South America. Now I'm lucky enough to live in Vietnam, in Hoi An in Vietnam. I'm looking out the window at palm trees, the river, the sun setting at the moment.
Beautiful.
So it's great, yeah. But leading on to part two, so I was traveling, doing the partying thing, and I still knew that I needed some kind of solution to... sorry, I missed a little bit. I became a scuba diving instructor. I love scuba diving. I decided to become an instructor. So I was doing that for a little over a year. And then I met somebody, a girl in Vietnam, who introduced me to, because I had a little break from scuba diving. My plan was just to do that for life. But it was always the case of, no matter how much I loved diving, I also teach Vietnamese English to Vietnamese children English also. So they're very good jobs for traveling and working. So I thought I'd found the solution to travel and work. That I'd not. So then, luckily enough, I don't know how much you believe, but I believe that I was presented this opportunity by somebody. So I met a girl in Vietnam, and she was doing the DPM business that I'm now part of, which offered me the freedom to travel and work wherever I want, which I had with the scuba diving and the Vietnamese and teaching. But what it didn't offer me was the freedom. So I could go wherever I wanted, but I always had to hunt for a job or secure a job when I first got there. That's what I was trying to get at after all my work.
Okay.
So I was always thinking, when I get there, I need to find a job. I have nothing in the bank. I need to find a job. I need to find a job. But now, through finding this online business that I've just created, now that stress is eliminated. You know, that's what the online world has brought to me.
Good, man. Yeah. And how long have you been part of the online business world, and how has your experience been this far?
I've not been in it very long, okay? So I was very skeptical at first. It was about 9 months ago I met the girl I'm talking about. She was telling me, she was showing me a little about it, but I think it's quite natural to be skeptical about anything.
Yeah, no, I think everybody is in the beginning.
Yeah, of course. Lots of people I've spoke to since were exactly the same as I was also. And sorry, I lose track of my thought very easily. So I was very skeptical about 9 months ago. And it took me around 6 months to come around to the idea that after the researching the whole products, the whole blueprint of the business, and then joining the community itself, watching web classes, training, and such things. Then after, so that was 6 months point, and it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago only that I actually affiliated with the DPM business that I'm now a part of. Yeah, so only 1 month, so I'm a fresh face to the whole community. I'm new to the whole thing. But you asked, how's it going? I feel a lot of weightlifting. It's very stressful. It's like, obviously there's lots going on. It's a new business, but I feel like this is what I've been looking for this whole time. You know, so I'm pumped basically, and I'm putting 110% into everything.
And you'll definitely reap the results if you put in consistent time and effort. Because people think when we talk about it, yeah, you work from home, whatever, but you still have to put in the time. You still have to sacrifice your time, and you still have to put in effort. It's not just going to fall out of the sky. This is not a get rich quick thing. You know, you will eventually get rich. I have no doubt about that in my mind, but it's not going to happen overnight. Some people do have overnight success, and God bless them, because like not all of us can get that, but if you get it, good for you, you know. But I also know of people that have taken a year, 2 years, and they eventually made it. And what we do and the products we sell and the company we work with, there's no doubt in my mind that I know for a fact in the next, say, for example, let's put a long shot, 3 to 5 years, they will become all that freedom that I want will be made available to me. It's just you have to put in the consistent effort and time. It's not just going to fall out of the sky, like I mentioned. So where do you see yourself in about 3 to 5 years in your online business?
In 3 to 5 years, I mean, I'm not in a very bad place now, but I will be living by the beach. I'll have my desk by the beach, living right on the ocean. Like I said, I like to dive. So that's where I'll be living. But with the business, I'll have a very successful team underneath me. I'll be constantly making the sales that I need to get to one of my goals where I need to be. I'll be coaching and mentoring my team that are underneath me to get to the points and places, whatever it may be, whatever their goals are. So first, I want to reach my goals of being a certain level within the business, and then I want to encourage and mentor my team up to where they want to be.
Sounds pretty solid. After a month of being in the business, you've got great plans. I love that. I absolutely love to hear that.
I've actually really I'm still to find out if it's a bad decision, but I quit my job last Sunday.
Wow, look at you!
I'm not really in a financial position to do so. So I've kind of like really thrown myself at the deep end. So now I have to make it work, because
now you will swim.
I'm living off my savings. I've quit my job. Okay, we better start making this work then. So that's given me the
push in the right direction. Like that takes some balls to quit your job after being in a business for a month. So I take my hat off to you, but I have no doubt in my mind that you will make it, because you've got the right mindset. You know where you're going, you know where you want to go, and I do believe that you will make a plan to get there.
That's the plan, mate. That's the plan.
Very inspirational. Very, very, very inspirational. So do you believe that the online business world is the future, and why?
Yes, I do. I think a very, very good example, you look at the economy all around the world at the minute, for obvious reasons, the COVID, lots of so if you look in the past, maybe people that wanted to start a business, they started a small business. So for example, they start a coffee shop, they start a cake making business, a dress making business, whatever, which involves actually owning a shop and people coming to visit the shop, okay? And you look at the pandemic that's happening all around the world now, how many small businesses have actually crumbled, and my heart breaks for them kind of people that have done that. But I think that this just does prove that why the whole world is, excuse my French, going tits up, and lots of people are out of work. We all we need is a laptop,
Wi-Fi.
Laptop, Wi-Fi, and we can make an income for ourselves.
Exactly.
We don't have to worry about customers not being allowed to leave the house to come to us. Everybody is on their laptops 24/7 pretty much, you know.
You've got your phone with you, you can make a sale. If you've got your laptop with you and speak to prospects, clients, whatever. And I think that's why, like within this, when this whole thing was happening, I was still making money, and it was so unreal to me. I was like, here's everybody going into a frantic panic about finances, losing their jobs being cut, paychecks being cut in half. They don't know how to pay, they don't know how to pay that. And I'm like, is this even okay to be this blessed, to be earning money while other people are like worried? And I kind of felt bad because I was like, shit, man, here you are in a position where you not really don't have to worry, but you're very privileged, you're very blessed to have come across this opportunity. And I always tell people like that's just, if you can just make sense of that, that you don't have to trade all your hours for money. There are new ways, like things are evolving. If you look at McDonald's, you go in, there's a robot helping you. So why not take that and use it to your advantage? Sorry, Woody, I lost you there for a second. I don't know if it's your internet or mine. Oh, la, la. Do we have internet issues? Don't do this to me. Is it your Wi-Fi or is it mine?
I can see my Wi-Fi.
Sorry for that, guys. Some technical difficulties, but we are back. So let's jump into the last question that I have for you. What advice do you have for other men your age that are looking to better their lives? They also find themselves in a situation, whatever the case may be, and they are now at a point in their lives where they are like, I need to do something. I need to change my future. I need to just do something. What can they do?
Straightforward, go for it. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Obviously, as we already talked about, be skeptical, okay? Don't just jump into something that says, we're going to get you rich quick. Give me all your money, give me your bank account details right now. So do what I did. Look into the business, the DPM business that I'm a part of now. See what you make of it. Figure out a lot. I don't like to use the word, but a lot of people think they're always people are trying to scam money out of you, right?
Oh,
But as we've talked about, you do your research, you get testimonies from people, and men my age, I think one of the reasons I started to travel and I started this business is because I was a little bit scared of like the whole marriage and the settling down kind of thing. So get out of there. But I don't want to put anybody down that's married, got kids. But get out there and do it before you can, before you cannot. You know, I'm not saying you can't do it after you've not. And it's for everybody. But if we're talking about people that are like me, get out there, jump on that plane when we can. And take your laptop with you, start earning money, living by the beach.
Awesome. I couldn't have said it any better. Well, Woody, I really enjoyed that, and I'm so grateful to have spoken to you. Like I feel like there's so much energy happening now, so much positivity around me. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Please feel free to share this video, comment, give some love to Woody, and then I'll chat to you again soon. Thank you, Woody. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. See you later.
Awesome. Bye.